yeah, but we need to write notes for.
So I have one old business
Wait,
item.
let's go about the door case.
We have to move to come out of it.
Hold on.
We can't do it on.
Let me go see if there's.
Which I do think she left, that's all right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So,
usually,
I'm gonna make a motion, Sherry. Do you wanna keep notes or want me to?
Oh, yeah.
There we go, there you go. Let's wait for Tom to come back.
Because I can find the old language on former votes to get out of.
I make a motion that we come out of executive session at, 7:39.
I second that.
all in favor? Okay.
So the only old business piece I have was just to let you know, I saw in the paperwork here about, the inspection on a water backflow preventer that needs to be hooked up in our apartment, but I haven't been able to double back with Dawn on it, so as soon as I find out, cause you asked him to go, ask somebody to go get 2 quotes.
That's
So-
right.
So we need to get 2 quotes, so I'm gonna say, Dawn, are you gonna do that, or you give me the paperwork, and I'll make some calls to 2 plumbers and get them in here and figure out a quote?
And we voted on that already, didn't we?
Yes, yes.
Here we go.
I don't even know
It has
who
to
the
be done
inspector.
regardless, but we need to get quotes for it. yeah.
Right, I don't know who the inspector was either. I don't know if it was somebody from the state, or was it the water sewer people? Was it
I
Josh?
believe
It might have been Josh, because he's involved with backflow in the water system, right?
there's one installed, but the way that they were doing something here one time, they posed the problem that they knew that there wasn't one installed, and what was in the truck could get into town water if it came in faster than the water coming
Oh,
down the
okay,
water
right,
tower.
right.
So there's one at the hydrant, but there wasn't one at the pump here.
Right.
It was by the Ashland Water District.
It wasn't.
There.
Okay, so that's who it was done by. So, if I don't catch Dawn tomorrow, I can reach out to Josh and say, hey, send me over a copy so I can see what you want done, then I have something to go get some quotes for. Because we've got a couple of plumbers, you've got, I don't know if you have anybody that you normally use, but Barney's out of Portage, and then there's LaJoy and whoever else, no.
But the Eau Claires.
Yeah.
The Eau Claires, Jimmy and
Yeah.
the Boyer, they do plumbing.
Are they still doing plumbing?
I don't
On
know.
side,
Yeah, I don't know if they're insured.
Yeah, that's the thing.
We want somebody.
Right. Or McGuinn or somebody up there.
And he's electric, Ferris is plumbing,
Yeah.
Dan Ferris
Yeah, fair, yeah.
is plumbing, McGlynn's electric, LaJoy is electric.
Oh, he's got a plumbing black.
No, McGlynn's brother,
Is he?
yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
his brother.
Jerry's electric, his brother
Jerry.
is plumbing.
Okay, because once, I know exactly what we have to have replaced, I can just say, give us a quote that has this replaced and cost. Okay, that's it. That's all I have.
Getting back to the interviewing, last time we spoke, you was gonna have like 2 or 3 members of the council in on the.
2 members.
2 members, because 3 would be a quorum,
Yeah.
and then we.
Then something about the town, you were gonna have some townsfolk
So, we
involved.
have, Jim Reisner and, Jordan Boyer.
Awesome.
I don't have any contact information.
I sent an email.
Good, thank you,
So I
good.
included him on the email chain,
Good.
so.
I get Jordan's contact, and I can.
So, yeah.
We're gonna have to, at some point, start dealing with, the
Budget?
budget.
Yeah.
Soon. You're now on, calendar year, so it's December 31st, your end of year?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna have to start putting your 2025 budget.
Well, we were gonna start doing each department one at a time versus doing it all in
Right.
2 days, and it's like, so we were gonna, that's what we had agreed upon there.
Right,
We vote on the budget in March.
In March.
Yes.
yeah, but when.
So does our,
But it's gonna go in front of the budget committee, because they have to approve it.
well, yeah, but if we were on the calendar year,
Well, 1 January starts your new year,
yeah,
so you gotta be on a 2025
Yeah,
budget,
so
if that's the case.
So 2020, we preemptively approve it, and then it gets voted on in March.
Right.
Yeah,
Is that
we do
right?
your draft
I couldn't
budget.
remember.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, would that be an item to, you could either make a motion about starting that process tonight,
Yeah.
Might get messy, but maybe you tee up a vote, say, we'll start the process, and my job as the interim would be to start working with the department heads and say, okay, let's start putting together your 2025 budgets, using the initial last year's budget as your baseline, and then you go from there and determine what you're gonna do.
I think that would be a good idea to have the department heads go, basically put together their own preliminary budget.
Yeah.
Yes.
They would give us,
They
Yeah.
prioritize what's the
Yeah.
most important.
Right.
yeah, and that would help out too with a lot of, I think it would make it a little bit easier too for you and
Yeah.
for the,
Well, the more time you have on putting something together,
Yeah.
the better product it's gonna be instead of trying to rush something.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, how you have in the past figured out what your tax anticipation numbers look like, because that's kinda dependent upon, you know, what properties people are still paying taxes on versus not being paid taxes on, but, I'll have to kind of ask around and see what the feeling is, you know, like, how do you know? You gotta come up with the 80% solution, because you still don't know till, I don't know, the school system, are they still on, till May, June timeframe?
May-ish.
yeah, and
So-
I think we typically do the tan like middle of the summer, isn't it? Like August, we usually,
It's when we have to have the tan.
Right.
We use it in June and July when we don't have the money.
Right,
And then once the taxes come in, we pay it back.
right.
Because that's when, in the past, we have not paid the school on time,
right.
because we didn't have the money. And then the school had to pay the tan.
Yeah. But now, I think this last year, you guys.
We've been doing much better. We've been doing way better. And we've been doing better for about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
But it was, for a while, it was pretty nip and tuck.
Yeah, and I had that discussion with Pam today, I think we may have it paid off before Thanksgiving. Yeah.
That'd be
So,
awesome.
I think that was her goal, to get it done. So, yeah, I would say, now that you're in open session, do a motion to say, start the process, Mr. Town Manager, and we'll start hitting up the department heads and say, start putting your numbers together.
I make a motion that we authorize the town manager to work with our department heads to put a budget together, a preliminary budget.
I'll second that.
Any more discussion on it? All in favor? Okay.
Hit the gate running, didn't you? Huh? You hit the
Yeah.
gate running.
Kevin's not afraid of hard work. I know
Yeah.
that.
I've worked long hours in my various careers, so
Yeah.
it's just a matter of, organization is key.
Yeah.
You write it down, keep it in front of you, stay focused, work it through, and if you get into a stumbling block, just put it aside, work on something else that
Yeah.
needs to be done until someone else does what you need their information from to get it done, and to stay on top of it. If you don't stay on top of it, just, you forget it. And people get into a habit of, oh, yeah, I was meant to do that, and I forgot, right?
Yeah, here it is 2 years
I
later.
got a
Yeah.
file of that on my desk right now.
Okay, so that motion was basically to start the, budget process
With the
with budget
department heads.
department heads.
Which I know when we hired Chris had some ideas about what he would like to see in his police budget. So
Yeah,
that's,
I think it, yeah.
But he also has.
Because I'm with him, or-
He was trying to come up with a solution to come up with a difference.
yes,
Yeah.
he really was trying, and so
Yeah.
that's, but giving somebody voice in their budget is always a good,
Yeah.
whenever you can.
Well, and that was also part of that, what I was telling you about on the personnel process side too. If you have department heads who are supervisors, who are overseeing people inside their department, you give them budgetary responsibility, and you give them the accountability responsibility for the people that work in their sections. And then you are able to hold people accountable if people don't do the job that they're supposed to be doing, and or if they're causing problems. You have a system that says, hey, this is what you're supposed to be doing, and, hey, this is a warning, you messed up here, but it's not a problem, we can get through this. But, if something continues on, you got that little track, that you gotta have, because anytime you're gonna go to MMA for a personnel issue in the future, you better have your ducks in line, because they want that paperwork. So, simple as that.
Documentation.
Yep, exactly. Okay, very good.
Thank you. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second that.
All in favor?
And it's.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Give me one.
Wants to stay.
You're gonna get up 6 hours.
No, I don't. Oh, you got tomorrow off. No, I got tomorrow off.
Did you get it?
You get the switch.
I'll still be up at freaking 3.